A genre that was once famous for its socio-political commentary is now sort of a meme. There's always a lot of good artists making music in every genre, even though they may not be as popular as they once were. I thought it'd be fun to do this before the inauguration. Or try. Also nowadays, pop punk is kind of coming back with people like MGK, Youngblood, Travis Barker. Sexual assault allegations coming out from basically every pop punk band. DIY attitude coming back in things like TikTok, and especially with old punk bands kind of doing a 180 and turning sort of into conservatives now, even though, for example, the Sex Pistols were never that progressive or liberal. They were just trying to be edgy.
Sid came in. Sid was a moron, you know. He was an idiot.
And he called into the room, have you succeeded in bringing ballet to the masses yet?
I called Sid Vicious, I called him Simon Ferocious or something, and he didn't like it at all. I said, what are you going to do about it?
Fred went up and took him by the lapels and pushed him out the door.
He hated the fact that I could even speak like that.
The instrumentation here is key. Most punk bands don't have more than 4 people in them, a drummer, a bassist, guitarist, and a singer. If you would have asked me in high school, I would have said, like, if you had any other instrument, like a synth or a piano, which is present in basically every other band, I would have said that that's not a real punk band and that it sucks. So basically stick to those instruments, unless it's strings or brass or winds, which are popular in like Celtic punk bands. And especially ska punk bands. Black coat, white shoes, red hat, Cadillac, yeah. The boys are time bombs. Here's sort of an interesting thing, is that the drums, normally they keep time. But here, concepts like being on time, keeping time, tempo, those aren't real.
Now, are you a rusher? Or are you a dragger? Or are you gonna be on my fucking time?
I'm gonna be on your time.
You're basically just there to make noise. It's funny because I had to play the drum part a few times to get it bad enough. Here's what that sounds like raw. Here it is with all the backs back on. For guitars, you can have 1 or 2. It doesn't really matter as long as you fill a lot of noise with it. And compositionally, the guitar in punk rock is infamously easy. All you have to know how to play is a power chord. Which there's even debate whether it is a chord, because since it's only 2 notes, it's basically just an interval. Pretty much you can use that shape all over the neck of the guitar and it'll sound pretty good. Heck, if Green Day uses that for every chord in every one of their songs, so can I. You can go either very like a major scale, like whole tone bass, like Ramones. But if you are a little bit interested, every song that you like has the root, the 4th, and the 5th, played in any order and as many times as you want. And if you want to go beyond that, the major and minor pentatonic scale is in every punk, rock, or hard rock song. And for vocals, here I'm going for like a Black Flag, like a main vocal and a gang vocal. This may be the most important aspect. Messy hair, messy makeup. There's a lot of doing like in where I'm talking about. There is none of it. No one ever does this. I guess if you're trying to piss people off, it works. I guess Billy Idol, but if anything, people like that kind of made that face of every punk artist throughout most of the late 70s, early 80s. The point isn't to try to be smart. It's like using the deliveries. For lyrics, it's, I guess, critical that you know what you want. You're not making a song like the Red Hot Chili Peppers where you jam on a groove and then Anthony comes in and just goes. Each song usually has a point. You could talk about being straight edge, to getting f***ing wasted. You can talk about silly heart school, like heartbreak. Hey, little girl, I wanna be a boyfriend. To abortion. She was a girl from Birmingham. She just had an abortion. You could go from liking food. I like food. Food is good. I like food. Food is good. Juicy burger, juicy fight. You know, you could go over political statements. Or in character satire. With production that now seems like you or I could do in our bedroom on a weekend, it seems a little outdated. But anyway, punk rock was cool at some point. The idea and the cultural significance of it still had a purpose. A lot of times it could mean something really important. Most times it could mean something really dumb. But still, it's fun to play, and it's a good time either way.